This is WKRP in Cincinnati, bringing you the hardest rock music alive. We're going to start you off right now with some Led Zeppelin from 1976.
Hello.
Just kidding. Hey guys, I'm Orion's Angel.
And it's Pearly Mag here.
And we made this video because of all the recent buzz on the Super Nintendo Classic system. So we're really excited about it. And what do you think about the games they picked for the Super Nintendo Classic? Well, you weren't around when a lot of those games came out, but obviously Super Mario World, you know that.
Yeah, the Mario games. The Mario games is obvious that they're going to add those because those
they added Super Mario RPG.
Are very classic to all these
Kart,
consoles.
Of course, was added. Super Metroid, which I love, great add-on. Star Fox 2.
I've honestly never played Star Fox or Metroid, so
she hasn't played.
I haven't played a lot of it.
New school, mostly.
That's why we have our series,
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Old school versus new school, but so what were we saying? Star Fox 2, which is pretty cool, is being released for the first time, even though it's the ROM is out there, but it's not complete. I heard.
Yeah, so, I've never been a big fan because once again I've never really played it.
Star Fox. Well, I should talk then here. I love Star Fox. That's a great add-on. What else got added? Street Fighter 2 Turbo Hyper, great add-on. The only one I'm upset that they didn't add is Pilot Wings. That's one of my favorites.
I've heard you talk about this to me a lot.
Pilot Wings. It's a launch title for the Super Nintendo. I think Miyamoto made it. It's a lot of fun. That is upsetting to me that they didn't add that. They didn't even add it on the Super Famicom Classic.
Wow.
So,
isn't that a big game that a lot of people
like?
like?
It's a launch title. Yeah, it's pretty big. And people are upset that they didn't add Chrono Trigger, which is one of the most famous RPGs.
I think I've heard of it, but I've never.
World, and definitely the best RPG on Super Nintendo.
They added less games to this one than the NES.
Yeah, 21. I noticed. I don't know why.
Maybe it's because
of how much the game
power maybe
used to cost. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Because they're more power. Because it's more of the power.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's a lot of Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, a lot of Mario games. Sorry, obviously a lot of Nintendo games.
So then we started to think, what about what's going to be the next mini system? Obviously the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Which for us is not a big system.
They are gonna go in order.
I didn't even own an N64 back in the day. I bought a PS1.
I never owned one either.
That being said, though, we do love Super Mario 64.
Yeah,
that has to be included in the Nintendo 64 Classic Mini.
Yeah,
Mini Classic. I don't know what it's called. What would it be called?
At the time, Orion's Angel got he was debating on once again the N64, the Sony, like the PlayStation
and once I
one.
saw it was carts, I didn't want the N64. I wanted CD. I thought that was the future.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did because I was introduced to Tomb Raider, which is basically my favorite game of all time.
Which is one of the few games at the time, one of the first games at the time to do a 3D
third-person
platformer,
which Mario was doing, and
which is one of the few. Tomb Raider is one of the few older games. Like it's one of the oldest games out there that I've ever beaten.
Yeah,
I want to
say. Tomb Raider recently. Actually, you beat it this year.
Yeah, I beat it this
Finally.
year.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. Like.
I know that was a game that no matter how old you are and no matter how primitive the graphics look today, she had so much fun playing it.
Yeah, a lot of people believe, and I don't like it when people do this. I used to do this when I was younger, believing that since it looks old and since the graphics don't look as big, that it's not a good game. It isn't.
No, it doesn't matter.
And that's not true. Like there's so many good games.
Yeah.
There's so many good games out there that might have.
Like Pitfall.
That might have graphics from back then. But at the time, it was revolutionary. No one really knew at the time of these games. You know what I mean? Like, they were starting to get used to the graphics.
So they have, what else could be on it? Super Smash Brothers, Legend of Zelda,
for
Ocarina of Time, for the N64 Classic Mini.
N64 or GameCube?
N64.
Oh.
We're not on GameCube yet.
Not on GameCube.
N64 would have Mario 64.
Yeah, that's an obvious one.
Super Smash Brothers.
What else?
GoldenEye. Everybody loves that game.
Once again, a game I've never played.
I played it. It's one of those games you had to be there, and I wasn't there, so it's not very nostalgic for that game. But what are those games called again? The one with the bear, Banjo Kazooie games.
Oh yeah,
those
that would
have to be on it.
That would be cool. I'm trying to think of other games because we've never really played the system, so I don't really know. Like, I've never really seen the games on that system.
Yeah.
So we're not really big fans of it.
So what else could? Of course, we said Banjo games. Of course.
Yeah, the band. How about Bubsby? I mean, not Bubsby. Oh my God, not that one. I forgot. How did I forget? I just played a couple. Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, of course.
That's
right.
Something that we were starting to play it recently, and it's hilarious.
I don't know if people would want any of the Castlevania 64 games. They weren't that great. Yeah, Conker's Bad Fur Day. Cruising USA game. I think that should be on.
I personally, Diddy Kong, maybe? No. Wait.
Diddy Kong 64.
Maybe, yeah.
That should be on it.
Animal Forest?
No, that only came out in Japan.
Oh, that only came out in Japan? Oh, yeah, I remember.
It's called Animal Forest.
Yeah. Gex? Maybe, I don't know. Harvest Moon, for those people that like Harvest Moon, but I don't think that was...
could be included, yeah.
That most likely, at least I believe, Kirby games are going to be included for sure. Because in the so far, what I've noticed is that they add a lot of Kirby games.
Yeah. And
they add a lot of Mario games. And also, they add for the SNES Yoshi's Island, which is like Super Mario World 2, right?
Yeah, there is a Yoshi's Island 2 here.
Oh, Mario Golf. Mario Party games. Obvious. That's
Mario
something.
64.
Yeah. Something that's going to be added is definitely the Mario Party games.
Yeah.
We
also have to remember licensing issues.
True.
A lot of these games are not going to be able to put on them because of the licensing issues.
Oh, the original
Superman 64, we need that. Just kidding.
The original Super Smash Brothers. Someone's going to want that. N64 came out with the first Super Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers, you're right.
Trying to think of something else, but there's so many games that you can choose from.
Yeah, Yoshi's Story could be on it.
I've never heard of it.
So, they should also add, I don't think they're going to add the Tony Hawk games. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously Super Mario 64 is going to be something that they're going to add. I'm trying to think of another game, but I don't really think of any other games when I think N64. Maybe Pokemon.
The Pokemon. What were the big Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Snap?
Aren't they? Wasn't it one of the first Paper Mario games in the system, if I remember? Or was
think
that?
So.
Yeah, Paper Mario. The first Paper Mario ever was on the N64. So that means
I think so. Was it?
I think so.
Yeah.
So they're gonna add that Paperboy. Something else
Perfect
they're gonna add.
Dark has to be added. I know people like that.
Paperboy might be added, but I doubt that.
Paperboy.
Paperboy, you guys, we gotta go get papers, newspapers.
No, that game never came back. Mario Tennis, maybe.
Yeah, I have a feeling a lot of Mario games are gonna come out. Ocarina of Time is something that's obvious. Maybe Majora's Mask.
Yeah, Majora's Mask. That would be cool if they added that also.
I think they will.
That would be sweet. And obviously Ocarina of Time has to be on it. The thing is, I think the more that Nintendo makes these systems, like upgrades to systems, I think we're going to
less games.
I think it's going to have, the N64 might have 15 games.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see them putting a lot of games on them.
And the reason for that is that since they're going to be tiny consoles, they're not going to have enough space for them. So, even though people are most likely going to mod it and try to do that, but if it doesn't have enough gigabytes, unless someone adds something.
X would be on it. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be less games on there the more they do this. And I have a feeling since now the NES Mini was successful, I feel like the SNES is going to be successful.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're going to keep on doing that every year. And once again, they're going to sell it for maybe a couple months for the Christmas time. And then they're going to just stop talking about it. And then next year they're going to go on. And this is going to be a thing they're going to do because they couldn't sell that many copies. I mean, not copies. They couldn't sell that many consoles of the Wii U. They didn't sell that many for the Nintendo Switch. Well, because there's less games, and then they make it seem like they're out of, like they don't have any more consoles because there's so many people that bought it.
What I'm waiting for is the mini Switch.
Yeah.
No,
isn't it technically already
you know
mini?
what I want to see? I want to see the Virtual Boy Mini.
Oh my god!
Finally, Peter Dinklage
You know
and
what?
Ryan Seacrest could play it.
I won't be shocked if they do handheld consoles mini.
Who's gonna play it? Maybe Donald Trump can play it, but you need people with tiny hands.
I mean, like maybe the 3DS.
A mouse can play it.
The 3DS mini. So we're gonna move on to.
Yeah. So basically, thanks for watching, guys. Check out our next video. We're gonna talk about the GameCube Classic.
The Game Boy. It's mini.
So wait for our next video, guys. We're gonna be talking about the GameCube Classic and
Mini Classic, yeah.
So this was us talking about the N64 Classic. Hope you guys liked it.
And the SNES.
And we talked about the SNES Classic
and
coming
NES
out,
kind
which
of.
we're excited for. So, which is $80. Can you believe that?
I know, it's $80.
They jumped the price up. I guess Star Fox 2 is $20 to add it. But we'll see you guys later. I'm Orion's Angel.
And I'm Pearly Meg. Thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, thanks
Make
for
sure
watching,
to like
guys.
and subscribe to his
please
channel.
Like and subscribe. And like and subscribe to Pearly Meg, please.
Aw, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, guys. Later.
We love you. Bye.